really appreciate everybody being here. Haven't really had a chance to look over the stats because I literally just got them like 8 seconds ago before walking in here. Most importantly, what I talked to the team about is we were resilient tonight. There was an adversity that we faced. There was highs and lows. There was big plays. There was plays that we got to get cleaned up. We uncharacteristically fumbled the ball. That's something we haven't really done all year long. But our defense made big plays there. I thought early on they had us on our heels with some of the check with me and the quarterback run game stuff. Early on, we got some turnovers, but we kept being in situations where the offense was backed up. We weren't able to swing the field really the whole first quarter and most of the first half. They had a good plan. They basically said we're going to go high risk, high reward. They're going to go cover zero on defense, always bring one more than you can block, overload the box, and force you to beat them with the vertical passing game. Or they went cover one, had one guy in the middle of the field, overloaded the box, and blitzed you again and played press man, put their corners on islands. So basically they said your receivers won't beat us, and the quarterback won't consistently make the throws. But we made big plays tonight, and a number of guys made big plays. So I thought the punting was important. It wasn't anything in terms of significant in terms of swinging field position, but we basically didn't allow Likely to have a dramatic impact in the game as we know he can. So great win on the road in the Big Ten. We're 1-0 this week. I think we are 3-1 in the conference, and I think we're bowl eligible. And we'll talk about it for about 30 seconds and then move on and go back to being 1-0 again. But like I told the seniors in there, tonight allowed us to keep our family together for another month or so at the end of the season. And after that, we won't talk about it again. We'll go back to trying to be 1-0 each week and improve. So open up the questions.
Questions?
Coach, how's your heart doing after a back and forth game like that? It seemed like every quarter was a game within itself.
Yeah, I mean, it was, if I had to imagine, it was a heck of a game to watch as a fan. I would think that the TV ratings would be really high, so the Big Ten Network will be happy with us as well as everybody else. But I sure would like to get a game that's a little easier. But it probably was an exciting game to watch. But I lost probably 45 pounds. I aged 5 years. But I'm really proud of our team and how they handled adversity. Defense made a play. The offense would go out and have their back. The offense would give up a play. The defense would go out and have their back. The defense would give up a big drive or a big play. The offense would go out. Special teams did their job too. So great team win.
James, can you elaborate a little bit more on the defense? Because it seemed like Maryland was able to gouge you several times, but did you feel the defense ended the game stronger than maybe it played through most of it?
Yeah, I thought early on, the mobile quarterback, it's a pain. The college game with all the run pass options, they kind of get you on your heels because we're so aggressive in stopping the run. And they ride that ball in there and they pull it out. Now the linebackers are vacated and they throw the ball. And if you're just doing that, fine. But then they're also doing the quarterback running game. So you got to stop the running back. You got to stop the quarterback. You got to stop the run. We call RPO, run pass options. And it's a challenge. So we got to continue to work on it and get better. That showed up a few times against us. But the most important thing, we held them to one less point than our offense scored.
James, you talked about on Tuesday about what they might have in store for you with the bye week. What did they do today that may have surprised you?
Well, what I really already covered is that they hadn't really shown that. I think if we go back and watch his film, the amount of cover zero, which is man, no deep safeties, or cover one, man, with press corners, they hadn't lived on that. And to be honest with you, usually when you play someone like that, and you burn them a couple times deep, they stop. And they didn't, and good for them. It was a good plan. The fact that they were able to kind of move the ball on us and then force us to throw the vertical game like that and make plays, it was a good plan.
James, can you describe how well Hackenberg adjusted to that? plan on defense?
Yeah, I think what he did is he threw balls and put balls in positions where our guys had a chance to make plays. And we really had another one down there at the end of the game. It was a really well thrown over the outside shoulder that we missed. And that's not a knock on Chris Godwin, because Chris Godwin's playing unbelievable, and how many big plays has he made? But that was another really well thrown ball. We tell the receiver to hold the line and let the quarterback drop it over the outside part of your body with the defender inside, so they can't make a play on it. And Hack did a great job there, So, really pleased. This will give us an opportunity to go back and watch this tape and talk about some of the things that we can do against this type of style of defense in the future.
Hack put the ball over all your receivers, Deshaun, Godwin, Blacknall,
Geno Lewis.
They all caught at least one pass in very difficult circumstances. They're coming back. Well, how proud are you of the receivers for their adjustment?
Big time, big time. I thought all of them, and as you guys know, working with wideouts, I coached wideouts for a long time as well. They could catch 40 balls in a game, and they're not, they want 5 more. But what they're doing a good job of right now is the opportunities that they get, they're taking advantage of it. I mean, Geno hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities lately. Hack goes to him in a man-to-man, press-man situation, and it's a 50-50 ball. And Geno goes up and snags it. So really proud of him and how he handled that. And I love that Hack has the confidence in those guys to do it. So we just got to keep doing it. And guys got to understand, you don't know how many carries you're going to get. You don't know how many times we're going to run behind you. You don't know how many times the ball's going to be thrown to you. But when it does, you got to make plays. You good? You looking for something?
James thinks it seemed like more strict plays than we've seen in the past. Was that just kind of trying to keep the offense light, change things up?
No, to be honest with you, I didn't really look at it like that way. We usually have 6 to 10 shot plays that maybe fake reverses and things like that. Shots down the field, max protection, take shots down the field. We've been doing that really the last 5 weeks. We had some more opportunities. We had a big play on the double pass. No, it really wasn't any more than we've had each week. We want to make sure we have enough of those in the game plan each week and be aggressive. I told you guys, I don't know how many, I guess it was 6 weeks ago, that we were going to be more aggressive, and we have been. I thought it was also great that Mann comes in after losing Nelly, and Mann comes in and really played pretty well. So, proud of those guys. They battled.
This time of year, I was wondering if it seemed to me that Lotz had nothing to lose, Maryland had nothing to lose, that it's kind of dangerous playing a team like this time of year when they feel that way. Do you agree with that, or do you
Yeah, we talked about that during the press conference during the week, and all week long that we needed to be ready for onside kicks. We need to be ready for fake punts. We need to be ready for them using likely a lot more on offense than they had done this year, and they did that. Play cover 0 and go cover 1. There's no doubt about it. We anticipated that. We talked about it all week long. Talked about it, I think, in the Wednesday press conference after practice, as well as with our guys.
James, these last 2 weeks, 550 yards about rushing you've given up. How much of that is just struggling with the option? How much of it is guys playing banged up? How much of it is guys?
We held them to one less point than we got. That's the goal every single week.
James, 2 questions. One, when Saquon fumbled twice, did you think about holding him out? I mean, usually that's what you've done in the past. And 2, in the second half, out of the timeout, you called the read option with Christian running the ball. Why so?
Read option with Christian.
Where he kind of had to come out of the game?
Yeah.
Did it look like a read option?
No, it wasn't a read option.
He was going to pitch that, right?
Correct.
He tried. The pitch wasn't there.
Okay.
That's what it looked
better
like.
eyes
Yeah,
than me.
you got a resume? Offense coordinator?
But there was a defender coming in and just kept it.
Basically, he was going to pitch the ball, and we didn't block it right up front.
Time for 2 more.
When Palmer went out,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
you split Palmer out. Was he supposed to get the ball?
Yeah, Harris Palmer's 6'8". As Audrey knows, he's still not over 300 pounds like we want him to be. So, we thought we would use him as a dual threat type guy. Though we've run that play really over the last 5 years. And again, with their cover 0, we went we went to the receiver that we needed to in that look and didn't break it. Didn't break it.
James, you moved the offensive line around a little bit today to start the game, then of course Andrew goes out, Brendan comes in. Just what was your gut reaction to those guys, and how do you think Wendy did?
I thought overall, I came in the press conferences, I think last couple weeks, and told you guys that Wendy has come in a number of situations and played well. So we felt like we got a lot of moving parts, and at some point we just got to say these are our guys. So to do that, we put Wendy at center and then put Mange at guard, giving a veteran guy in there. We struggled at guard last week and kind of roll with it. So I was really excited to kind of stick with that group for the rest of the season. Then we lose Nelly again. So we've had some guys like Brenneman and other guys that just kind of keep having reoccurring issues that make it difficult. Especially when we're still lacking some of the depth that we need.
And is that what Andrew's recurring thing? Do you have any report on that or an update?
Well, what do you? I appreciate you guys keep asking, but for the next 35 years at Penn State, and I know you're going to keep asking for 35 years. It's going to be the same story. I'm not going to get into issues with injuries unless they're a season-ending injury. Then I'll come in and report that, and I probably won't even report that right away. I'll wait till the following week so they don't. Our next opponent doesn't
You
know.
said this was a chronic thing before, after a press conference, so she was probably just.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not.
But I mean, that's what you said before.
Yeah.
You did give up that much.
Yeah, and I'm happy to give it up again.
Okay.
Yeah, Nelly's had some chronic issues. Brenneman's had some chronic issues, but I'm not going to elaborate more than that.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.